Okay, so I wanted to film a little bit before I went into work. Today's day 8, the start of day 8. So yesterday wasn't like the usual picture. I had gotten some new clothes in for a festival I'm going to, Louder Than Life. So it's kind of like a picture, I guess. It's close enough. Everything's been okay-ish so far. The hardest things have been the water, and on certain days I got really close to like the max calories, so but besides that, it hasn't been going too bad. But yeah, just wanted to say that I think I've lost 1 pound, so it's going slow, but it's going. I had to run out in the rain, but the workout is done. Some oatmeal for breakfast. Good morning. Today is Thursday the 28th. I didn't say it last night, but I started reading Atomic Habits. I heard everyone pretty much reads this when they're trying this challenge, so I rented it from my library instead of buying it. So I started that. I'm gonna pause the other book because this one's obviously due back, and I have the other book, I own it, so I'm gonna try to do the 10 pages of just this so that I can return it on time. And for my coffee today, I'm gonna try putting actual protein powder in it instead of my usual like collagen protein. So they're pretty much the same, I guess, like calorie and like protein wise, but just see if the flavor kind of helps a little bit with not making it as plain. Okay, so I figured out 1 scoop that comes in here is about 2 tablespoons for half, so that's easier to measure out into my coffee than trying to do like half a scoop correctly. Okay, so I have some leftover protein pasta with some Alfredo with cottage cheese mixed in for extra protein. I just cooked some pieces of chicken, so I am gonna eat that for lunch. And it's hard to guess how much with like wet pasta, I guess, like cooked pasta, how much I should weigh out because everything is measured dry. And this is all pre-cooked stuff, so I guessed, and that's about the serving. Stella. No. No. No chicken. No chicken. Stella. Stella. Okay, here is my lunch. I put a little bit of Stella. No. I put a little bit of shredded cheese on top, so I'm gonna eat that. Stella. Okay, I just got back from the gym. I just have to read, take a picture, and finish whatever's left in my water bottle, and then I am done with the tasks. I still have 800 calories left for the day, so I'm fine for dinner and everything else. I already ate half of this, but I wanted a dessert, and I didn't need any more protein for the day. I was already at 150 grams, but I just wanted something sweet, and this has low calories. Today's Friday. I'm exhausted. Working from home again. Water is empty, so I have to fill this up and make a coffee and figure out what I want to eat for breakfast. I don't have eggs, or yeah, I don't really have anything, so I had to maybe oatmeal, I guess. You can tell I'm tired because I didn't even put coffee in. It's just hot water right now. Okay, so I went back to this one. The other protein powder is okay. It's just, it makes it thicker. So when like I do my like smaller-ish cups at home, it's not really gonna work well. If I do like my mugs that I take to work, it should be fine because there'll be more like coffee liquid, but it was just a little bit too thick for me to be able to really enjoy. So this one doesn't really change the texture too much compared to the other protein powder. So I'm gonna be using this one for my home coffees. And then I put 3 tablespoons of creamer today. I didn't want to leave 1 tablespoon left in the container. I feel like that was kind of dumb. So just pour it in my coffee, and that was my last creamer. So I'm gonna have to go to the store today. Okay, I'm excited. I got out of work early, 2 hours. Since Labor Day is Monday, they said that we could leave 2 hours early from our shifts, so early weekend. I'm gonna get my reading out of the way, and then after I finish that, I'm just gonna hop on my walking pad for 45 minutes and probably watch a YouTube video while I do that. And I still need to finish my first water of the day. Yeah. I also did put on some nails. Yeah, I just wanted to try something else out because I usually never have my nails done, so these are just $5 stick-ons, so we'll see how long they end up lasting. Reading done. Okay, I'm pretty much done with my workout. Okay, so I'm gonna go to the morning cardio boxing class. it's Saturday, so they only have the 9 a.m. class to be able to go to. So I don't want to eat too much. I'll eat like a real breakfast when I get back. So I'm just gonna have a piece of toast with some butter and like a little bit of jam on it. Okay, here's my toast. I was weighing it out for the grams and everything of the butter and jelly and stuff. I put some Element in my drink, and we are heading out to the class. Well, something came up, so I'm just gonna have a protein bar and a banana and a lot of water and eat something later. Are you having fun, Stella? Stinkies! Where's Caggy? Yeah. Are you looking at the water? Yeah, my chunks. So it's currently 5:18. I really want a coffee since I didn't have one this morning. So I'm just gonna make one of those. I have some meat thawing, and I'm gonna have some hamburger helper for dinner because I still have a lot of calories left, so that's good, and I've just been craving it. Okay, so I'm gonna try the cookies and cream one that I got. I buy this from the gym. Obviously I put my creatine in it. Okay, so page 10 technically ends on this page right here. I'm just literally gonna finish the chapter so that way tomorrow I can start on the first law. So I made the chili mac for dinner, and then I had some green apples with yogurt for dessert. But of course that wasn't enough, so I also had an ice cream bar. Okay, even though I weighed myself technically at the gym yesterday on the machine, I thought I should definitely like just do it on like the normal one. Okay, I have a piece of toast with 2 eggs on top and a little bit of cheese sprinkled underneath. Okay, I finished my 10 pages. Also, this bookmark fell out of my book, so I'm gonna be able to like mark the page and mark the page and like the paragraph where I left off on, because I don't want to like not finish a paragraph even if the page is done. It just doesn't make sense. So okay, just finishing my 45-minute workout, so all done. So I had my yogurt bowl with fruit for lunch, had some popcorn as a snack, and then ate my usual salad for dinner.
Trying to edit and this little trunk monster won't leave me alone. I know.
Okay, so it is the end of week 2. Hopefully the lighting is a little bit better, and we're still working through it. So I did film this once before, and the mic wasn't plugged in all the way. So this is take 2. So I have my notes here, but my starting weight was 202.8, and I did do like a scan at the gym, which will tell you like your body fat and all your measurements and everything. So I do have a bunch of those, which I'll share at like the very end. But I did a scan because it's closer to the beginning of this challenge. So that weighed me at 206, but when I weighed myself the next day, or 200.6, sorry. But when I weighed myself the next day on just like my normal scale here, it was 200.8. It's about the same. 0.2 in weight can be water, it could be anything. So, but I did the scan, which I'll do like a before and after scan.
And I could even put my like original scan when I started last year after I finished this whole challenge. But that way that tells me all my measurements and I don't have to like do it myself. The scan does it. So it's, I don't remember what the machine is called, but I'll put it down here if I can get the name. So I think the biggest struggle this week, honestly, is just filming my life. When I started YouTube, I did makeup, and now it's like all the time you're kind of wanting to film, but there's people around and you don't want to be weird, and sometimes you're at work, you're not, you can't film, or so it's trying to get into that to be able to be more comfortable just filming outside in public around people, and not be so awkward. So this week was a lot of just like pictures that I had because I still wanted to show things, but it's either I was too busy or I was out or something. So going through the list, the 45-minute workout is pretty much easy every day. Either I take a walk or I go to my gym, so it's super easy, just go after work. The 2 liters of water, I mostly hit. Sometimes I cut it to the very end of the night, so I just have to try to drink water sooner to the morning so that I can kind of get it out of the way. The picture is pretty easy. I usually take it when I get back from the gym, and the reading is also about the same. I try to like get home from the gym, read, take a picture, take a shower, so that it's kind of like those steps. Like I can't take a shower until I do my other 2 like required things. And then the under 1,800 calories a day hasn't been too hard, so I'll kind of go through each day on the amount of calories I had, just super fast. Okay, so I'll put it over here. So Monday was 1,500 calories with 129.8 grams of protein. Tuesday was 1,542 and 148 grams of protein. Wednesday was 1,218 and only 58 grams of protein. I'm not really sure why that day was so low. I think I just wasn't hungry, honestly. That was the day there I just had my like yogurt and fruit for lunch. I just wasn't feeling food. Thursday was pretty good. I did 1,675 with almost 200 grams of protein. It was 194.6, so that one was really good. Friday was 1,458 with 85.2 grams of protein. And Saturday was 1,640 with 109.2 grams of protein. And then Sunday was 1,529 with 74.5 grams of protein. So I was definitely trying to at least hit 100 grams of protein a day. I think overall through the week, if you kind of like with the highs and the lows, because not every day I didn't hit 100, but I think overall through the week it was about 100 each day if you average it. My goal is to hit 100 grams of protein, but it's not like a requirement. But it's just because I'm lifting at the gym 3 days a week. I want to be able to make sure I have my protein so that my muscles don't just like break down. So the collagen protein is okay. The problem is there's no like flavor obviously to it. It's unflavored, which is fine. But I had to use 2 tablespoons of like the creamer to make it flavorful enough for me to want to drink my coffee. So it is easier to just use the protein powder because then it's already flavored, and then I only use 1 tablespoon of creamer. And I am gonna try, probably not next week, but I'm gonna see if I can add in like 3 tablespoons instead of 2, and kind of work my way up to do like a full scoop in my like bigger mugs, not like the smaller cups that I use when I work from home, but at least the big mugs that I do take to work, to see if I can get more protein in that way. Overall, this week wasn't bad. It's been kind of not super easy, but it's 75 soft, not 75 hard. So it's just kind of making sure I have habits put in place. And I already went to the gym for 5 days a week, so that is like the easiest thing, which is probably the hardest thing for most people. But I've already been going to the gym. I think the hardest thing is just keeping under 1,800 calories for me. I was maintaining my weight, but I was probably eating 2,200 calories, which is going to be nice once I get down to the weight that I like. I don't really know, but I want to be like 150, 160. It's going to be nice to be able to know that like my maintenance calories is, around that, because then I don't have to worry too much if I go out to eat for a day and how much I'm eating or anything, because it'll kind of even out through the week if one day I have less. But right now, just keeping under 1,800 calories and not eating too much on certain days. Like some days I'm not hungry, but then there's some days I feel like I'm cutting it close. So just trying to like keep in that range, I think, is the hardest part of this entire thing. Hopefully you guys keep watching my fitness journey. I'm glad I kind of broke that like plateau that I was on, obviously because I was only eating my maintenance calories. So now I'm starting to lose weight again, like more tracking, like making sure that I am weighing mostly everything. And when I go to Louder Than Life, I'm gonna bring my scale just to make sure that I'm not overeating at the festival, just so I can kind of weigh out, because I do like to eat protein pasta and stuff like that when I'm camping. So when I do go to Louder Than Life, I'm gonna bring my scale and make sure that I'm still only eating my maintenance calories, or not my maintenance calories, my 1,800 calories. So yeah, see you guys in next week's video.